pleasure, Clementine. Thanks for having me on.
It's okay. What's something that you're really proud of?
Well, I'm very proud of the Peninsula Short Film Fest. It's something that we started in 2011 and it's now in its 5th year, and we're hoping to get about 5,000 people there this year. So it's going really well.
Where did you get your can-do attitude from?
Well, there was a couple of people who inspired me with their achievements, friends of mine who never gave up. They had a dream and went for it, and they really did something every day to further that dream. So every day they were doing something that was going to push them along the road to achieving what they wanted to achieve. And I think that's really inspiring. Seeing people who come up against problems and adversity and who keep going regardless, I think that's really inspiring. Also, people like Quentin, you know Quentin Kenihan?
No.
He's a guy who's in a wheelchair, and he's got this rare disease where his bones break really easily. He can break his bones just by sneezing or coughing, and he's never let that stand in his way. And he's in Mad Max Fury Road in that movie, and he's a successful actor, and he's got a very positive attitude. He just never gives up, and I think that that's sort of where I got my can-do attitude, by looking at other people who've got a can-do attitude. So finding someone who you want to be like and going, yep, that person's got a really good can-do attitude, I want to copy that.
Now, did you have any problems in primary school, and what did you do about it?
Well, I kind of had a few problems because I came from Rome in Italy, and so I spoke Australian, or I spoke English with an American accent, so I got teased quite a bit. But what I found was that by getting involved with sports, that made me become a part of. I felt like I was part of a group when I was in a team, and that kind of helped me make friends and helped me feel like I belonged. Because I really didn't feel like I belonged because I spoke differently, I was from a different country, and I used to get teased a bit. And so the one thing I had in common with everyone was I loved my sport. So when I joined a team, I was part of a team. So they didn't tease me anymore, and I felt like I belonged.
What is your favourite page in A for attitude, and why?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Clementine. My favourite page is page 41 because it talks about imagination, and I'll just read it to you. It says, "What we see in our minds can become real for us. This is where we dream up and plan our futures, and also where we let our minds run free, just for the fun of it. Things like, what will I wear to the party? What will I do when I grow up? What if we could fly like birds? What would it be like to walk in space?" These are all great imaginative questions. And I just think that the imagination has endless potential. And whatever we can think of, we can do. Like somebody once thought, I'm going to walk on the moon. And then they did it. So I reckon we can do pretty much anything we put our minds to too. And imagination is also, for me, it's like it relates to page 21, which is creativity. Because on page 21 it says creativity comes from using our imagination. So creativity and imagination are connected. So if you've got a rich imagination and you read lots of books or enjoy telling stories or creating art or music, then chances are you're quite a creative person. So yeah, here's a good way of expressing your creativity. It says, how are you creative? Write your own story. Or finish this one and then maybe draw a picture about your story. So that's engaging your imagination, which fires your creativity. And because I'm an actor, I need to inspire my imagination all the time, and I need to fire that creativity. So I guess it's kind of finding your spark in life, whatever it is. And it doesn't necessarily have to be arts or music or culture. It could be sport, it could be journalism. Maybe that's your spark, Clementine. And so finding your spark in life and fanning that spark into a fire. That's what creativity is for me.
Finally, do you have a message for all the kids that are watching this now?
Yeah, I do. Follow your dreams and be kind to your parents. because although they may seem like they're really hard on you sometimes, they really love you lots. And that's why we make rules and stuff, to try and keep you guys safe and make you become the best adults that you can be. And don't worry about stuff, because I think Mark Twain said that everything he ever worried about in life never really happened. So nothing really is worth worrying about. A friend of mine says the shortest book ever written is the book that worrying fixed. So there's no point in worrying about anything. Everything will be all right.
Wonderful. Thanks for being with us today, Steve.
My pleasure, Clementine. Thanks for taking the time to interview me.